Hi everyone. I just had a few things that I wanted to talk with you about from Chapter 1 in Language and Lit. And I know that this course is a lot of work, it takes a lot of time. This is one of the probably the hardest courses that we have in the early childhood program. So I don't want you to be discouraged. I think you'll be able to do fine with it as long as you keep up with the study schedule that I put at the beginning of each learning unit. Another thing I wanted to let you know is that I try to do online grading at the end of each week. So if you've submitted stuff that week, over the weekend, I will try to grade those things. So just so you know that things that are submitted before the end of the month when the unit actually closes, I will be grading those and giving you feedback on those before the end of the unit. Couple things. I had a study guide for Chapter 1, and I'll be adding study guides for each chapter, and I really encourage you to use those and look at them, because I will be building the test directly from the study guide. The textbook for Language and Lit, each chapter has a ton of information, and it's all really good, valuable stuff. And if we tried to cover every single thing that was in the chapter, your study guide would probably be about 20 pages long. So I try to pick out some of the key information that I want to make sure that you know and include it on the study guide. However, you are responsible to read the entire chapter and be familiar with the content. So one thing is, make sure that you read through and are familiar with the definitions of all the key terms in the chapter. And those are listed, I believe, at the very beginning of the chapter. I might be wrong. Yeah, they are. The first page of the chapter. And also they're listed on the bottom of each, different pages where that word actually occurs within the text. So make sure you're familiar with the terminology. Second, on the study guide number 1, there's a few things that are just statements that I want you to make sure you know. Like 1, the cerebral cortex is the part of the human brain that sets us apart from the animal kingdom. It's what helps us to have more complex thoughts, to have problem-solving abilities, to be able to complete mathematical equations, things like that. That comes from the human brain having the part of the cerebral cortex. Also, I wanted to just make sure that you really hit on the idea of the human face is the first thing that causes communication to occur within an infant. So reaction to and seeing a human face is what the very first part, or the first form of communication that happens in infancy. So when the baby's born, comes out of the mom, whoever, the doctor cleans it off, whatever the process is of the baby being born, and then the baby is handed to the mother, and immediately there is that eye-to-eye contact, or what is termed in the chapter as gaze coupling. So make sure you know that term, gaze coupling. That's that extended eye contact between the mother and the child. And the human face is the primary, most significant communication factor that the infant has. So really critical that the infant has eye-to-eye contact with and facial contact with the mother or the primary caregiver, whoever that is. Make sure you know the difference between language and communication. Okay? Language is a system of intentional communication. So we intend to do that. Communication is the giving and receiving of information or signals.